are back with the Afterwatch. I'm Tim. With me is...
As always, Evan.
That's right. We are covering My Hero Academia. It's the Training of the Dead OVA from Season 2.
OVA 2.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, it fits the feel since this is the Training of the Dead.
Yeah. When you saw that it was called Training of the Dead, did you think about zombies at all?
No, I didn't. I honestly thought that this was going to go a completely different route than it did. So,
well, I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
But I guess before we do that, I want to remind you guys to check out our YouTube channel, to go on there and subscribe if you haven't, to write us some nice emails on fictionalquestions@gmail.com.
Hit us with some reviews. We love hearing from you guys.
That sounds great too.
All right, so it caught me off guard. Right off the bat, the episode starts talking about Sue and her past. So right off the bat, I didn't think I was actually watching the OVA. I thought I accidentally clicked on something wrong and was watching the little 2-minute excerpt that they have out there for each of the characters, and I thought I accidentally clicked on the Sue one. So it took me a second to realize, no, this is the OVA. And it starts off with, Sue in before high school.
Right. Middle school or whatever.
Middle school. We do get to see her entire family. She introduces her dad, her mom, and her two younger siblings.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because her dad is straight up a frog. Straight up a frog.
It's good.
So he's super frog, like bullfrog style.
Yeah.
Her mom is a little less froggy. And then it kind of as it goes down, the family members gets a little less froggy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, right off the bat, she straight up says, yeah, so we're like a froggy family. She totally talks about we are straight frog. So
yeah, tree frogs.
So it's super funny.
Yeah,
to see that.
Actually is that first 2-3 minutes. I don't know. Actually, is it longer? Is it 5 minutes or something?
It is longer. I just thought it was one of the 2-3 minute little things that you catch out on Funimation that they talk about each character real quick.
Yeah, so it's adapting a one-shot that's actually canon. It was called Suyu's Ribbity Diary.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Gotta love it.
So we see Sue in her little family life for 5 seconds. We see that, she makes them dinners and stuff, cooks pasta.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see their family members later, but it's
probably not.
Probably not. So then we get a little shot of her in school.
Yeah.
And we see other kids talking about how she's really quiet. You never know how she's feeling because she always has the same look on her face.
Yeah, they can't read her expression.
Yeah, because she always has the same expression all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have, she mentions, but there's this one girl, Mongoose, who is kind of creepy. And she always sees her on the walk home. Every now and then she'll use her power on her. Which is a paralyzed power that happens for 3 seconds. Yeah, 3-second paralyzed, and then that's it.
Yeah, I wonder
and so,
if it's kind of like Aizawa's thing. No, Aizawa's not paralyzed. He can erase your power.
He can erase your power, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
this
go
is
on.
Literally paralysis.
Yeah.
So we have this girl. So then finally Sue's like, all right, I'm going to just go on a limb here. Hey, do you want to be friends? And the chick freaks out. Is like, what? I'm a monster. Oh, what? Oh, you want to be friends? What? Gets all mad and all of a sudden changes, crying. Oh my God, you want to be my friend? Oh, yeah, we're friends. And then suddenly they're the bestest of friends. It just...
I think that's how people relate to each other anyway.
I guess. It was weird. It definitely was, middle school situation. And then they quickly talk about how they go off to go to different superhero schools.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, right off the bat, you're seeing, okay, this is setting something up. This girl's going to show up in this episode.
Yeah, she's kind of creepy.
And well, she's got a lizard face,
Yeah.
She's got a little snake head.
Well, I just meant the stalking thing.
Yeah, she's awkward. So then we fast forward, we're in class, and these students walk in. Right off the bat, Mineta just freaking loses his mind.
Yeah.
He has his glasses girl fetish.
Kaminari straight asks her out.
Oh yeah, and then
Jiro
pulls him back. It's like, come on, you idiot.
Territorial.
Oh yeah, that's her man. I'm telling you, I have rewatched these episodes and looked back and I'm like, dude, they've got to be either dating or boyfriend, girlfriend. They definitely have a thing for each other. She's always picking on him. He's always picking on her. It's totally, that's them. Like that's a dish right there.
Yeah.
So that pops into play. You get all the introductions of each character and then you see this creepy girl hiding behind Glasses Girl. And who could it be but Mongoose?
Yeah, it's the 4th students from Ishimi Academy. Is that what it is? Some school?
We don't ever see them. They're never
Yeah.
mentioned in any other situation. This is definitely a
Nope.
one-off. You've got the guy who's basically Bakugo but not Bakugo.
Oh, Fujimi?
Right off the bat, when he first walks in, Fujimi like looks straight up at, and like you can just see they both like are just mean mugging each other. So they're like, oh, another angry person. Oh, geez. So right off the bat, and they even talk about how, yeah, we've got this guy. We apologize for his attitude, and they're like, oh, don't worry, we have one in our class too. You know, it's just how it is. So then Mongoose pops her head out, and she sees Sue, and Sue sees her, and instantly they're like, oh, they run over and hug each other, and so everyone in class 1A freaks out because they're like, holy crap, Sue has a friend. This is super weird. Like, oh my god, is that normal? Like, holy crap, like they totally know each other, and they're like totally like buds.
Yeah.
So,
but they go out to a forest.
Yes. So then they go out to this forest that's surrounded by walls. So it's a contained forest.
Yeah.
To do this exercise. Aizawa and All Might. It's a survival training.
It's 6 teams of 4.
Right.
And basically, what they have to do is they have to take this tape and catch them in it, right?
Well, so the tape is just an accessory that they have with them. The point of the training is just to survive.
The way that you take the other team down is by taping them up.
Well, that's if you run into another team.
Yeah.
You use the tape to tape them up, but that's not the purpose of the survival training. The survival training purpose is to go out into this wild and survive. Yeah. And should you run into another team, then you use this tape to tie them up.
Yeah. Did you like how the other school was super fanboying over All Might?
Oh yeah, dude. It was great. And it was great because even Fujimi's like fanboying. Even Deku, because at first Deku was like, oh great, another Bakugo.
Yeah.
But then this guy's fanboying on him, so he's like, oh okay, cool. He's just another one of us. So like that was kind of a moment where you see Deku like accepts him as like, okay, cool, we're not gonna have a problem with this guy.
So there's 6 teams. It's Deku, Ashido, Sue, and Uraka.
Now, just right there, it's like, wow, like those guys are teamed up. Like I'm seeing a lot of like Deku leading teams. Like this throws me off a bit. But
he's got the girls.
He does, right? I was like, huh, interesting.
The next team is pretty good too. It's Momo, Shoji, Kirishima, and Bakugo.
Before these teams get put together, we do have another moment of fan service where all the girls are getting ready in the locker room and they're all talking, and you see Momo's putting on her suit and she's in just the bikini portion of her suit or the swimsuit portion of her suit. And so you're seeing no belt. So you're seeing a lot more skin of her. And so it's another moment of fan service where you see all the girls getting into their outfits.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
I don't know how you missed it. It stood right out. Right off the bat, I was like, great, more fan service. Okay. So we have all these teams, Momo, Shoji, Kirishima, Bakugo. Then we have Koda, Hakuguri, Todoroki, Ojiro.
You have Ida, Tokiyami, Sato, and Sero.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about them. That's right. And then Jiro, Mineta, Kaminari, Aoyama. And then you have the Isami school.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that, their team, I thought maybe they would have mixed it up and like maybe had the other team or the other school mixed in with them and working with them. But no, they just segregated off. Okay.
Well, maybe that way they don't know what to expect. Class 1A doesn't know who these people are. They don't really know their powers. So it's more of a challenge for them.
Is it though? I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag. I could see it working both ways in that sense.
Did you like how the girls just wanted to sit around and snack? They just wanted to hide.
Again, that was hilarious. Deku was like, dude, we don't have to fight. Or no, Sue brings it up. He just said we needed to survive. This is survival training. If we just bat down, and Deku's like, dude, that's way better than planning out this attack. Like, if we stay in one spot, no one comes near us, we're good to go. We're gonna win. Instantly, she's like, hey, anybody want some snacks? And he's like, you guys are way too like into this, not doing anything.
way too chill about that.
Yeah, you guys are way too chill. So that part was hilarious.
But then it's kind of boring. Like nothing's really going on, and then all of a sudden Bakugo just starts taking everybody out.
Well, you see these explosions, and it's Bakugo, taking off on his own.
Yeah.
And he takes out the first team, like takes them out, which threw
Yeah,
me.
well, Jiro is listening in the ground, right? Okay, it's Bakugo, and it sounds like he's on his, he's on his own.
Well, she says there's one person coming. It's not a
Yeah.
team. It's a single person. She's like, it's Bakugo, because she hears the explosions.
Yeah.
So then they're like, cool, he's by himself. Let's team up to get him.
Right.
Well, and what's great is you see the smarts that Bakugo has, because he's like, oh, they're coordinating this. That means Jiro's listening. So then he instantly does a huge explosion on the ground and takes her out.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was awesome. But so he quickly handles everybody in that team, then moves on.
Yeah, did you like how he led Ida into that trap?
But Ida's supposed to have super speed, so he should have been able to avoid it. I feel like he could have easily just deviated his turn, cut around the corner.
Yeah. But then the other school is watching, and the one dude was Dodon. He sends out missiles.
Yeah, he drops a bombardment.
So his power is flashbang sweat, which means that those things, when they explode, it's kind of like a flash where it's this noise and then the loud, like bright light.
Right.
But it doesn't really do anything else.
No.
It's just like a distraction or freaks them out, or they don't know what.
And like they say it doesn't work, and they're like, you should have sent real missiles. Like, what?
But then Mongoose does her paralysis, and I think it's great that Bakugo's basically hanging in the air.
Right? He had shot up into the air. He was in mid-move, and she paralyzed him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, 3 seconds, that's it? And he's back in the mix. Here's what I think is dumb, is that, okay, so yes, it was 3 seconds. He's the only one that gets into the mix. Everybody else is still down. They never show anybody else until after the fact.
Yeah, they get knocked down.
But if it's only 3 seconds, they should have gotten right back up.
That's true.
So that's where I'm kind of like,
Fujimi, he lets go with his pink gas, right?
Well, he does that after Bakugo starts taking people out.
Yeah, yeah.
And he gets pissed, and instantly, Kashiko's like, don't use your power.
Why does he have a power that, that's not really a hero power then? She can make the hologram map or whatever, right?
Right, and she can track everybody. But, I mean, everyone's born with whatever powers they're born with, but it definitely is a crappy power.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you see this giant pink smoke, poof.
Yeah.
Instantly, Deku's team's like, we need to get away from that.
Yeah.
They bounce out, they get away. Todoroki's team gets out of there. Yeah. You see a flash over to Eraserhead, and he's like, I did research. I read about that power. All Might's like, let them deal with it. Don't worry about it. If things go awry, I'll jump in and handle it. No worries.
Well,
then we find out that his power is a zombie gas that turns people into zombies.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, can he control those zombies?
No. So yeah, there's 4 things to the power. It can't, when they're bit, they can't be damaged. Their brain activity stops. You see, like Momo just making endless Russian dolls.
Yeah, Ida's just running into a tree.
There's the random quirk use, and then they just like,
and they have super strength.
Well, yeah, they can't be damaged.
Well, no, but they're also super stronger.
But yeah, we see a lot of people. We see Zombie Kaminari doing his thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good. Anyway, yeah. So Bakugo bites the one dude. Everyone else is kind of like getting bit. They can't even tell if Hagakuri's been bit because she's, invisible.
Right. They're like, she's a zombie, right? Yeah, I think she is.
Zombie Mineta is, of course, the worst.
Oh, dude. That another fan service. He's squeezing her boobs, and all she's doing is punching him. And
as it progresses, she starts using him as like a battering ram.
Yeah, she's hitting. Yeah. But we see when we see Todoroki freezes everybody because he's like, oh, I'm just gonna freeze them. Another part of that quirk is they gain super strength.
Oh wow, that's right.
So that's where we see that, and then we see Sue, and Sue sees Mongoose, and Mongoose just holds her hands. And they're like, oh, even as zombies, we're friends. This is great. And then
Oyama beats
stupid Oriyama walks over and bites her, and we're like, ah. But then even after that, they're still zombie friends. They just stand there holding each other's hands as friends.
Yeah.
So,
but meanwhile, the other guys on the team, or everyone who's basically still with it,
they're trying to get away, and All Might shows up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's like, I am here. And then as soon as he lands and the smoke clears, it's him in his
Plated
down
All Might.
depleted All Might. So then
Yeah.
everyone's like, ah, random freaky zombie monster guy. Ah,
Even the zombies think they like.
dude, pat him on the shoulder and think
Yeah,
he's one of them.
that's so
Yeah.
good.
So then All Might's like, damn, what am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing I can do. I used up all my power.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's great though.
so then they all run into a cave.
Yeah. Uraraka's like, how do people survive in movies? He's like, usually it ends badly.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How do people survive in zombie movies?
They
Yeah,
don't.
they don't. They don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they've iced off the ice wall. The zombies have come and start pounding on the wall. And he's like,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, how long do you think this zombifying is gonna last? And he's like, well, the pink stuff's dissipated, so it shouldn't be that much longer, but I really don't know. No, they know it should wear off, and they're like, oh crap, the guy who could turn it off is turned into a zombie. So we've got all these zombies smashed in the ice. They put up another wall, and so then at this point we see, and I finally remember, oh, we're into another season. Full cowling's in effect. Because then he's like, all right, I'm going to clear the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he fires up full cowling and he's like, all right, I need you to hit the wall with fire and then let me know when it's time. And I'm going to fire through there. I'm going to break the way for you guys to get out of here.
Yeah.
So then we see this like amazing move happen. Boom. And everything blows away and he's knocked everybody out of the way. And we find out, we see everyone flying and all beat up who's not a zombie anymore because it's worn off. And you see Deku's apologizing because he's done this smash and smashed the crap out of everybody. And they're all getting beat up. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then Bakugo's like, whoa, you want to fight, nerd?
Yeah.
And the last thing we see is a giant explosion of Bakugo hitting Deku. And Deku's like, no, please, no. Oh, God. And Eraserhead's just like, yeah, I guess I better go over there and stop this.
Yeah. I feel like that's every episode. So upset by the end.
Yeah. We get a flash of everyone meeting up afterwards and they're like, hey, it was nice to see you. Everyone's bandaged up and there's apologies. And then Sue's like, hey, it was great seeing you. We had fun. This was great. Let's keep in touch.
Well, also, All Might visits Deku.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I have a cake for you. Hey, you want a cake? And he's like, I can't eat it. End of episode. Like, come on. Like,
all right. It sounds like you love this episode.
No, actually, I honestly felt like this was such a waste of 30 minutes of my day. Like,
so this versus the bank robbery one.
They're both pretty bad. I mean, honestly, I feel like these OVAs were not worth the time to watch.
Really?
That's just my opinion. It was so far-fetched and far off because I mean a lot of the OVAs I've watched of other shows have really kind of they've still fit the feel of the show. It was never so random off the wall. Maybe there'd be ones where they'd be like, yeah, it's at a school festival, yay, it's like kind of one-off thing, but it still had that same feel. Like I don't know, these two OVAs just felt so not. I felt like the writers that wrote it were not the same writers that write the standard seasons.
No, Horikoshi didn't. It's not the manga. It's original.
I can definitely feel that it was not an original. It definitely just it didn't. I didn't feel for it personally.
One thing that is adapted from the manga, a one shot, is the All Might Rising season 3's OVA.
Yes, it's 3 minutes long. I gotta say, out of the three OVAs, is the best of the three OVAs by far. It is so amazing. It pulled on my heartstrings. It made me want more.
So in this one, it starts out, it's action. So it's the big battle between Nana Shimura and All For One, right? And you just see they're on some kind of island or some platform out in the middle of nowhere. And just things are floating. You can see All For One's up there.
It looks like it's somewhere in a city because there's a lot of like smashed up buildings and stuff. You can tell that it's something that All For One has pulled up and built. Like he's used his power to like create this situation.
Yeah. And it starts with Shimura basically pushing All Might away.
Yeah. Pushes him off of the platform and he's falling. Yeah. And then Gran Torino's snatching him up.
But it's super creepy. All For One is just like, thank you for this wonderful comedy. And you know that it's bad because I think this is her last stand.
Yeah, right? That's where she dies.
Right then, it does say, that All Might was separated from his master at age 18. Gran Torino is talking about even when he goes back to UA and you see, the dorms there and everything else.
Gran Torino's whooping on him. It is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. You see that they're even talking about how All For One's gonna find him and gonna kill him.
Yeah.
He's not even safe at UA.
He's saying all for there's nowhere you can hide from All For One.
Right.
You need to leave. You need to go to another country, get away, because All For One's not gonna,
He says, save your power.
Well, remember, doesn't Nana say that to him? Like when she pushes him away?
Yeah, it's like hold off for now.
Yep.
And then you even see him in the mirror doing the whole All Might hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like something about, I guess it's something that she said, where those who keep smiling are the strongest.
Yes, and you see he like his whole demeanor changes, and he gets that everyone says a smile. He forces that smile onto his face, and that creates that persona right then and there,
Yeah,
which is really awesome.
And how he's just going to save people with all my might.
Yes,
and that's where the name comes from, I think.
I think so. Well, I mean, they mentioned that he's already using the All Might name when she pushed him off. So.
Yeah, but I don't think he was anyone before he went to America, right? Because that's where he started developing his smashes. We see that in the movie.
Yeah, that's where he starts creating his name.
Mm-hmm. What I think is great is, as much as this kind of gives you or shows you in 2 or 3 minutes, it doesn't really spoil a lot,
I don't think it spoils anything, honestly. I mean, we already knew about Nana by this point. This is probably the first time we really get to see her, which is great because that's one of the things that all the fans want. They want more of her. They want backstory. They want to learn more about her because they've only ever given little snips, And I don't know, and I don't want to know if the manga gives more further down the line to where it's at.
We don't even know her quirk, right?
Right, we don't.
Yeah, which is a big deal, but coming up later.
Yeah, because I think even when you look her up in the wiki, they don't mention her quirk.
I think they do now.
Do they do now? Okay.
But they even mention how she was part of growing One For All. We see that in season 2 where they're talking about how everyone kind of added their own twist, their own thing to One For All.
Well, yeah, All Might talks about it in season 1. He talks about how it grows every time it passes on, and that person that passes it on adds more to it and moves it on and makes it greater and greater.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But you like that one?
That's the only one I liked. Honestly, that's the only one I liked. It was 3 minutes that I would cherish.
But without saying any more, we do have season 4 coming up.
Yes, indeed.
Week.
Yes.
I think Joelle will be back for that. So that's great.
Right. Back from her vacay/hiatus.
Anyway, thanks so much, you guys, for listening still.
We know it's tough. We're really appreciative to see that folks send us reviews saying that, in this time of people having to stay in shelter and stuff, that they enjoy hearing these podcasts and that it's helping them get through their days. It's a great feeling for me, for sure. Every time I read those comments, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm so glad that we're able to help you get through your day.
Yeah, because I don't know if they know this, but whenever we get something, I kind of group chat send it out to all you guys, too.
Yeah.
So everyone can see it right away.
A lot of smiles.
Yeah, so thanks for that, and thanks for listening, of course, but until next week, our watch has ended. I've been Tim.
I've been Evan.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Have a good one.
Am I getting through to you at all?